Mike Gill, Minority Specialist. I want you to take a minute because I'm going to answer you the $64,000 question. I'm going to give you the answer that none of these people want you to hear. I'm just taking a second to show you again our organization of pure corruption. I'm going to show you how it's enforced today. So I wanted you to take a particular look again at these departments. The PCC, Professional Conduct Committee. If you had a complaint against an attorney or an attorney with another attorney, you go here. With a judge, you go to the JCC. Similar to the PCC, it's called the Board of Overseers. It's the BDO in Massachusetts, so they're the same. Remember these, because they're a key component of this corruption. It is the extortion side where they extort lawyers. Okay, I'll take 1 minute and I'm going to show you how they do it. I want you to remember that organizational chart. I want you to look at all the players. But right now, I want to tell you that everything you see, you touch, you do, you feel, everything comes with a question. What does it mean? The secret is you've got to keep trying to find the answer to those questions. That's the evolution of not just catching these people, but figuring things out. For instance, if what I'm telling you, so many people have come to me and said, okay, we know it's corrupt, but what are we going to do? What are we going to do means you've stopped asking questions. What are we going to do is a good question to ask. Well, let's find the cause. Why are we in a situation where it's so corrupt? How did it happen? Why is it still here? How is it still here? Those are the questions we should be asking. So I ask them for you. Because I continue to ask questions to the point where I'm getting ahead of these people. Now, this is the question that I've had in the past the hardest time to have answered. Not now. Now it fits like a glove. But here was the question, because it was your question too. If what I'm saying is true about the courts and about the judges and about the law firms, who works in all these? Well, in the state of New Hampshire, about 4,000 attorneys work in all those. They come from different cultures, different backgrounds, different religions, small firm, big firm, working for yourself. Yet there's a commonality here. Commonality here is I know what I'm saying is 100% accurate. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't be here talking to you. Remember? So if that is the case, and I know that that is, then I have to find what keeps 4,000 attorneys quiet. What does an attorney hold most dear? His license. Here's a clue. His license to practice law. Interesting. Paul Russell, an attorney that I had, and I'll explain how I caught him. He said to me, the one thing an attorney hates to lose, is the most afraid of, is losing their ticket. I believe you. It was the same thing. Another clue. Bob Dudras, my divorce attorney. When through mediation, Attorney Tober asked for a release. This is my ex-wife's attorney. I said to Bob, let's file a PCC complaint. He goes, if I do that, they'll take my license. If you report somebody doing something wrong? They're going to take your license? Remember how that point about keep asking questions? Well, trust me, I kept asking them that same question and kept getting the same answer. It's quite simple, actually. The committee, Professional Conduct Committee, they're the persons that would take your license. Someone filed a complaint, whether it be a consumer, whether it be another attorney, they go to the PCC, they're the ones. In fact, the person would be the committee chairman. So think if that was in the wrong hands. Couldn't they leverage each and every attorney, I don't know, something like 4,000, to shut up or we'll take your license? Well, who's the chairman of the PCC? What if I told you was, remember her, refer back to the chart, Ronna Wise. The person who got off all those people that I sued, went after lawyers, Ronna Wise. She's on the team. She's the one that takes your license. That's the agency that extorts 4,000 attorneys that know I'm telling the truth. You want to know how we can stop this? We're going to call this video, the last video was Behind the Curtain. This one's going to be called Behind the Bars. That's what we do. I'm going to give you a couple numbers at the end of this commercial to call. And that's how we do it. Because she is the enforcement end. When she left for a brief time, you know who became the chairman? Her own attorney. Right? They need her now more than ever. I'm ringing too many bells here. They need them to be shut down and quiet. Massachusetts, you're part of this too. The Board of Overseers. I am filing a complaint against John Friedman, who sits on the BBO, who's shutting that information down, who, if you heard on the tape, said to go to the FBI about the incrimination that I'm saying here. Well, he's part of it. And I have an attorney that just started last Monday. We'll see how long she stays. But we're filing a RICO complaint against John Friedman, spelling out the organized crime nature of this, tying in the BBO and the PCC. That is the extortion arm for attorneys to be quiet. No question. Now, you wonder, well, let's go through some evidence. Paul Russell, I had to fire him because he didn't show me this letter. This is a letter for the next attorney behind him. You know what that was going to say? If you take the case, we from the BBO are going to take your license. It was the enforcement agency. Remember the report card? Don't miss this. Ethics enforcement agencies. That is the PCC. Failure. You're damn right they failed. They're supposed to. Unbelievers yet. You know these 4,000 people? Got an employment ad here. Right here. You know what it says? We're in negotiations of settlement. Just even recently. We'll give you $1 million. You could be an attorney, a real estate attorney, a patent attorney. Don't worry about it. I'll do all the lifting. $1 million. Out of those 4,000 attorneys, you think one of them could use a cool million? Do you know how many people replied on this? 0. None. It's running right now. You get to see it. Monster. Nobody. But what do they know? Right? Here's the $64,000 question. What they're all afraid of is losing their license. And they see the wall of crime and say, what can we do? Well, I can tell you what you can do right now. You can stand up and say what's happening is the truth, and you are being extorted. Didn't you want to be a lawyer to help people and stand up for their rights, not to play the game? Listen, I understand you have a license, but so do I. Do I not stand up to the banking department when they hold my license? The key is you've done nothing wrong, or you continue to do something wrong, but by not doing anything is cowardice. Now, I want everybody seeing this video. And again, the fact that you're seeing it doesn't mean I'm wrong. You see my messages on the signs. You see me use the word shithead. And I turned around in all the papers and so forth, profanity. But you know what you didn't say? I'm sorry, you didn't see? You didn't see the Manchester Union leader, Channel 9, Nashua Telegraph. In fact, the Nashua Telegraph interviewed me. I put on that day New Hampshire Telegraph cover-up because I knew they were going to cover it up. I only had one name on the sign, extortion and Shaheen. And they turned around and never mentioned Shaheen. Not one of them. Really? If that's not a cover-up, what is? Now, again, we're going to superimpose these numbers. This is what I'm asking you to do. So when you ask a question, what can I do? Well, good. I'm going to tell you. And it's very simple. Let's call the Justice Department, each and every one of us. The Attorney General of the United States, his name is Eric Holder, Jr. His telephone number is 202-514-2001. And also the FBI. The director, his name is James B. Loomy. His number is 202-324-3000. And again, we're going to put them on the end of this video. Let's call and say, if what Mr. Gill is telling the truth, and I'm only betting everything, and the fact that I'm still here, the fact that I got $1 million ad out, and you can't believe 4,000 people there isn't one to say, hey, I could use $1 million, right? So they simply asked him, could you take a look? Could you have somebody from Washington come down here? Can we give a couple people immunity? Eric Renner, Dallas Sedgwick, even Hyder. Don't forget Hyder. Remember him on the board? Remember what I told you? He was leveraged by the BBO, by Alex Walker, and with the PCC, because his father was practicing and he wasn't supposed to. That's extortion from the departments, and I'm telling you this. Every piece fits. There's 1,000 of them. Every one has a home. So please, make those phone calls. Let's have an opportunity. I am telling you, these people are on the edge. On the edge. Let's push them off.